Donald Trump has appeared to blame Ukraine for starting the war, following talks between the US and Russia over a peace deal. The US president also reportedly wants rights over Ukraine's mineral resources in exchange for America providing security guarantees, according to leaked documents seen by the Telegraph newspaper. In response, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has insisted he is protecting Ukraine and can't sell our state, and has accused Trump of being in a disinformation space. So, what's going on? Representatives from the US and Russia have now met in Saudi Arabia to begin discussing a path to peace in Ukraine, which was invaded by its neighbour Russia 3 years ago. European leaders have urged the US to ensure Ukraine is included in any negotiations, which has not happened so far. And UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer has said any peace agreement requires a US backstop to ensure Russia does not resume its attacks. Zelenskyy said he was surprised not to have been included in the talks and insisted, "You cannot make decisions without Ukraine on how to end the war in Ukraine." Speaking to reporters at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida, Trump was asked by the BBC for his message to Ukrainians who felt betrayed. He suggested Ukraine could have made a deal and added that the nation should have never started it. How has Ukraine reacted? Now Zelenskyy has given his own news conference in the capital of Kyiv, telling reporters Trump is living in a disinformation space linked to Russia, and urged a US envoy to come with him to see for himself the front line of the conflict. He has insisted he can't sell our state after rejecting a rare minerals agreement with the US. The Telegraph has reported that leaked drafts of a proposed US deal would see Ukraine give up 50% of its revenues from future mineral resources. But the Ukrainian leader previously told the Associated Press it was important to have a connection between some kind of security guarantees and some kind of investment. What have Europe and the UK said? European leaders held an emergency summit of their own earlier this week after Ukraine and NATO allies were excluded from the Russia-US talks. Starmer has since urged Trump to provide a security guarantee to any Ukrainian peace settlement, insisting it is the only way to deter Russia from attacking again. He also said he is prepared to deploy British troops as part of a peacekeeping force, amid pressure on Europe to ramp up defence spending. But other European nations were more resistant to calls to deploy forces to monitor a ceasefire. Starmer will visit Washington next week and is expected to make the case for Trump to provide this backstop, as he aims to bridge the gap between Europe and Washington. Meanwhile, the UK Defence Secretary John Healey is travelling to meet his Norwegian counterpart Tore Sandvik, and has stressed that the UK and Europe are in a new era of threat, which demands a new era for defence. Economists have warned that increasing UK defence spending is likely to require additional tax rises by the government, which is currently reviewing the nation's strategic defences, before outlining how the UK will fund a rise to 2.5% of GDP going to the military. What do you think of Trump and Zelenskyy's latest comments on Ukraine? Let us know your thoughts in the comments and follow City AM for all the latest political coverage.